Hi guys, back again with me Austin from Abba Boy Heart. Today I'm going to share with you my experience on Beaver's B2Five line. Back again on Acid Rain franchise here. We have Agurst in military, Moose, Laurel, LA3b. Alright, and included is Bob, right? So this Laurel is something that I'm not sure they have released on the 180 scale, I don't think so. But this Bob, right, it was one among the first Fairy 5 figures. Well, not the first Fairy 5, but among the first releases of Acid Rain ever with Oritoy. In fact, I'll just give the link up here if you want to check my previous video long ago on this Bob in the 118 scale under Oritoy. But here, finally, we have another guy from Bugs team. So just to have a look at the packaging here, I think it's okay. It's not too big, it's not too small, just right size. Okay, it's numbered BW303. So normally it means that this is part of wave 3. It has the interchangeable connector of joint that we have seen with several videos I've shared you with Stronghold and Beaver. Figure included, 120 scale, standard joint for interchangeable parts for articulation and posable. Action figurines included. Okay, so aside from the icons, more description here. So here's what we have from this set. We have Laurel. This is the Laurel, one of my favorite Walker / Mac, small Mac from this Acid Rain franchise. And here we have some, I think it's kind of an exclusive paint job. Well, not an exclusive release, but more of an exclusive paint job for the Bugs team. Okay, because Bob is the leader of Bugs, but we'll come to that later on. Okay, warning here, not a toy. We have some website here. ABS, POM, PVC, made in China. Nothing much here. Okay, alright. So here a bit of info. Here's the Laurel, Moose, Laurel, LA3b. And we have Bugs Team Bob, finally, right, with the face. I think this is the first B2Five character or figure which include a actual face instead of a gas mask from this line, from this B2Five line. Okay, Agurst military, Moose, Laurel, LA3b. If you want to read, please pause now, but I'll just read it to you quickly. Special Task Force by the Agurst government, 1997. The Bugs team was central commanding unit of all Agurst forces. Moose, Laurel, LA3b was an all-purpose heavy assault essay designed to suit the team's wide range of combat situation needs. So I assume you can either use this. You can use it for Bob, or you can use it for any Bugs team to man this Laurel. That's my assumption. Okay. Anyway, yeah, that's Bob because you have additional head with the helmet and gas mask on. We'll come to that later on as well. Okay, so at the back we have several shots here, and as usual we have the barcode. You can scan this barcode and it will lead you to a link. Maybe let me try to just do that here. Oops, come on, anything. Okay, B2Five.com. Alright, so it points to another Laurel, the Marine Laurel, I think, but it's a different set. Still the same mold of Laurel, so I think they didn't create another video. Anyway, this is cool. This is some sort of, I don't know, sniping position. sniping, presumably. Yeah, we'll try to do that. This is with the cockpit open, and the gun you can put behind, so that's cool. That means that you're not you can just put the gun at the back if you want to. And again, interchangeable parts. I can see some part from, I think this is the Sand Laurel part, this is the Sand Stronghold. I don't have those yet. I'm not sure which Stronghold is this arm from, because the Stronghold arm that I have is this one, although it's also green, so I have to check again which Stronghold that was. Anyway, I'll try to plug this Stronghold arm in this Laurel later on, because it used the same interlocking system here. We'll try to do that, but you know that you can play around if you have another set. And here we have, well, everything that we have from this set is all detachable. The torso, the torso, and then with the pelvis downward, and this gun, and then the accessories for Bob, and the two arms, and this small knife. Okay, so we'll cover all of that. First thing first, we want to look at Bob here. Straight away, if you look at his face, if you know the 1/18 version and scale of Bob, then this is pretty much how Bob looks like, and I think that's really cool. In fact, I kind of I like how they actually do the head here. I didn't expect that it will be this good. For my standard, this head of Bob is quite good actually, especially knowing that they don't make. The other characters that I've shared to you so far, the pilots, the soldiers, the troopers, right? Those are mostly with helmet, right? And no actual face like this. So yeah, that's cool. Of course, it's very much the style is very much like the 1/18 scale Acid Rain, in that you don't really see the eyes, right? The plane of the eyes, but you see the skin tone, right? It's not super detailed, but I like it, right? And the hair is all white. No, not really white. Kind of a dirty white, if you know what I mean. And then another feature of Bob is he actually has a scarf, right? So that's very much the same color as well, orange scarf that he wear at the 1/18 scale. Okay, here, and they are using I think it's kind of soft good. It's not. I don't think it's plastic or rubber, but it's, yeah, as you can see. And I think you can take it out if you want to, but I'm not going to do that. Okay, it'll be troublesome to put it on back later. Yeah, but that's cool. That's soft good that they're using. So that's his signature look. Okay. All right, and then the paint scheme that we have here that's very much boxed in. Okay, so maybe just to give a comparison with the other guys from the team, these are the general guy, and I realize actually the mold is very much the same. Okay, the color scheme is also the same. So the only noticeable difference, except from the head, is this part here on the shoulder. Bob has a darker color, but everything else is the same. Even at the back here, as you can see, it's using this Bug Team Trooper mold here and there. And there's a hole at the back there. It's actually in place with the hole from the vest, but so far nothing that we can put it in. We don't have anything to put it in anyway, so yeah, Okay, good to know that it's actually using the same mold from the Bug Team Trooper. Okay, he's the leader after all. No Bug's insignia on them, unfortunately. So anyway, so let's just continue with the other guys. Okay, I've shared to you Agurst, the sniper, the team sniper, I think recently. Okay, yeah, I like that they still maintain the overall color scheme, of this team, right? That's very cool. Some part may be different, but I can understand it's a different character. They want it to be unique anyway, so yeah, why not, right? Okay, so that's side by side with Agurst. Who's the other bugs that I have here? I have Steel here. Steel. The bazooka guy. Again, it's a different style of fast. As the steel on the helmet. Yep. So, and at the back, yeah, it's a different fast, so it's very noticeable. With steel here. Okay, and then what else do we have? Oh, and then Jack, one of my favorite. Jack is also noticeable because of the hair, right? The style of the hair. But yeah, the color scheme again, once again. So that's side by side with Jack. Okay, all right. And most of the bugs, they have this hood, which is not being used. It's just molded. They show you there. Okay, so again, I always love this, this weathered look on the pockets, and then weathered look on the pockets on the belt here. Belt pockets. Normally, I use the term. And well, on the 1/18 scale, you have the option to change this part of the belt. Of course, not this one, but yeah, still very much the same look. It's just different size, and normally you can, yeah, that's the connector of the vest, I think, somewhere. Is it that one? Yeah, this one. Look at that. That's just very small. Yeah, I think that's a small pack, probably glued anyway. So I'm not trying to open it up, but it's there. So the vest is actually separate piece, as you can see here, can move, and then the belt is also somewhat a separate piece, the belt pocket here. So good to know. Yeah. The what do you call this? The knee guard, and then down there. Yeah. So that's pretty much it with Bob. Of course, the most part that I like here is the face here. Finally, we have a character with the human face, the bear face visible. And just like the 1/18 scale, we also have the alternate hat with the helmet here. Of course, the helmet is fixed. This helmet is actually the very same helmet that Assault Commander has. Okay, it's just different color. Assault Commander is usually sand themed, whereas this one is kind of bluish but very, very dark. We'll just try to put on this extra hat. And yeah, I think we have seen this helmet before, but this guy is the same style of helmet. Okay, so I think it's the same mold, pretty much. Yeah, just different paint scheme. That's all. One is blue and one is green. Okay, so good to know. Okay, I'll put this away, and then so yeah. So you can use this hat easily, just pop it off, and so it's part of the accessories that we have. right? Maybe just go straight to articulation, because the head, you just saw that it was a ball joint, but because of the scarf here, movement might be a bit hindered, but it's still there. Ooh, I don't know if you can listen to the what do you call that screeching voice, but you have all the ball joint motion. Left to right actually is 360, right? But maybe up and down it may be a bit difficult. Yeah, that's pretty much, again, it's because of the scarf. So yeah, let's try it with this bob head instead. And yeah, the bob's head is smaller because of the mold, so you have a bit more, not really, I was gonna say a bit more movement, but yeah, a bit more side to side here. But oh, I'm sorry about that. But we know that's the articulation on the head. Not even up and down because of the scarf. Alright, as usual, the arm here, you can twist it around. You have the hinge, move it up, right? Position it to the back, right? Okay. The one with the circle there is the one facing the back, and then up here you have, I hope you can see that. There's rotation, right? Look at the pocket there. The elbow band is this much, and then we have a wrist rotation. Oops. Alright, so you can twist it around. Okay. On the abdomen, normally we have this hinge, allow you to look down that much, look up that much. Hindered probably because of this, but this, yeah, probably because of the fast and this belt pocket. And then you have rotation here, rotation, full rotation actually. The leg, usually you know that is a ball joint with a certain opening, so you can do a split this way, or you can just do it straight kick like that. Oops, you can do like a straight kick like that. You can do front kick, back kick, but it's pretty much a ball joint motion. Up here you see there's a gap there. You see mine is on the left is a bit loose, okay, but it's good that you can see. The knee, you can bend this much. It's not really 90 unfortunately, but oh yeah, you can actually, it's more than 90. And then the ankle, which is a ball joint, but it acts to be some sort of ankle pivot like that, up and down, but it's a ball joint, and that it has full rotation as well. It's quite tight on this side, so yeah. Okay, so you have ankle pivot here. Right, so that's pretty much the articulation, and I'm gonna measure this guy bob with this face, okay, because that's his unique face, unique head. Let me measure it. Well, it's normally more than 2.5 inches. Alright, he stands roughly about 6.6 or 6.7 centimeters, I think, around that. Right, so that's the idea. Okay, so we'll move on to see what are the other accessories that we have aside from this extra head, which is helmeted head with the gas mask. First accessory, we have this knife. I've shared to you this knife before as well. It's the very same knife that we have with the other set. Okay. Solid, just be careful you don't want to break it. It's kind of pointy as well. Okay. and Bob can grip it. Whoops, just very easily, and holds very tight. Okay, right, that's the knife. And then you have this pistol as well. I believe you've seen this pistol so many times as well. It's been on some of the it's included in some of the set as well. Okay, yeah, that's cool. I like this part of the grid as usual. And then this I think that's the ammo cartridge, no trigger, but you can grab Bob's palm. My complaint with this weapon, yeah, they're good, they're solid, but sometimes the gripping part is not consistent. Some weapon like this and the knife, you know, sometimes it can be thicker than the rifle. So, which is, oh, by the way, it's super tight. Not super tight, but it's very tight. You know, I just don't want to overstretch this palm, you know, as you can see. Okay. And then we have this, my most favorite is, of course, this is also the rifle that I've probably shared to you so many times as well. Hollow here. This is I think this comes with the Boxing Trooper as well. I like the scope. I like this here, this part, the gripping part. Now this gripping part is cool. It has some sort of grit there, and compared to the pistol, you know, the thickness of the grip is different, right? So you know, I don't want, again, like I said, I don't want to overstretch the grip on the palm of the figure. Anyway, it's solid. Just to remind you that it's solid. You don't want to break it, so be careful with it. We have the cartridge here as well. All right, this one. But what I like with this rifle is that I actually do it off the camera just now, and I do. You can actually do a quite decent shooting precision. Let me try to do it for you. And you can do something like this, right? Look at this. It's not the most perfect shooting precision, but at least, you know, you can somewhat put this part of the rifle on the armpit there. And then it's as if he's aiming through the, what do you call that? The binocular, the scope, sorry. And then the tricky part is the left palm here, because it does not really click on it, you know. It does not really click on the rifle, but you just slide it through, make it as if he's holding the part of the rifle. Okay, so you have a decent two-handed shooting precision like that. Or even if you want to change a bit, you can just twist it and make it as if he's grabbing on the magazine part of the rifle. Let me try. Okay, as if, okay, because no click. There's no click really. Just yep. You just want to make it as if just grabbing the rifle with both arm here. Okay, and it holds, and it's good enough for photography from certain angle like this, for example. It is as if he's sniping through the scope, right? And yeah, it's not perfect, but I think that's cool enough. Unfortunately, we don't have any place to. If we can have something to plug the rifle at the back, that would be cool, just like the Omega Trooper, the Abaddon Trooper. But yeah, fortunately not really. Okay, but that's what we have here. Okay, right. So that's it with Bob. And finally, the main attraction. This is the more Laurel what is called moose laurel. Well, in the 1/18 scale, there are several versions of laurel, right? I haven't shared any laurel to you guys yet so far, and this is the first laurel that I'm ever shared. Okay, and this maybe just appreciate first what we have here. Is majority of it is dark. Some part kind of a bluish, very dark. Some part of gray. Some part of very dark gray, almost black. Or is it black? It's more like a very dark gray, gray kind of metallic on this side, on the what do you call this? On the arm here. So we have the box tip here, that's cool, nice decal. Then on this both sides we have this kind of warning, I'm not sure. Get this and this here, maybe is to show part of the cockpit that opens up. And then here we have 00, the number. And up here we have finally we have the box insignia, so that's the I think that's the moose. That's probably why they call it the moose laurel. And then yeah, maybe just to appreciate a bit. And then this part is kind of brown. The cockpit open up. Actually, this one is pitch black. However, you can open up the top one first here, this one, and then you open up this part. Right, and then you can see the seat, the cockpit, nothing much. You have those two handlebars, which later on I'll show you that Bob can somewhat look as if it's gripping on it, and you can just close it back. Okay, there's something clicking here, which is cool. On this side, see it meets these two sides, the gap, and if you push through, it will click. And let me see, yeah, it will click just like that. So yeah, it holds. That's very cool. Another insignia of box team here. So that's the logo, box team, right? Nice decal on the left. On the right, nothing. What else do we have? Now at the back, there's a bit of detail. Is a bit I like this part here, but later on, there is some part that will cover it up a little bit. So yeah, that's a shame. We have several holes here which we can use to block something. For example, this Gatling gun, right? It's about that size. Okay. What else? There are two holes here. I'm gonna explain later on. And there's two holes here as well. That's part of the accessories later on. And then down there on his feet, not his, it's feet. Yeah, it's not a automatic robot, but yeah, you have to put the pilot inside it. Okay. And then at the back here, there's some part here which I assume, because we have no manual, which I assume can be used to hold the weapon. Certainly not this one though, it's too thick, but I did try with the knife. I think the knife somewhat you can, yeah, you can grip it like this, just slide it in. It will somewhat click a little bit, and it will hold, you know. You put it, it will hold. Or you can also put in the rifle. Put on. I realize the shape here is you can use the scope. Yeah, you can use it to hold the scope. Do it from the top, because let me try something. Right, no, that's stupid. Okay, so this part of the scope is smaller than the front part. Okay, So yeah, put it this way, facing up, okay, and it will remain there like that. Okay, so yeah, that's a bit of what we have with this Stronghold. Sorry, this is Laurel, Moose Laurel. Before we continue with the articulation of this Moose Laurel, I already put Bob first off the camera into the cockpit. Right, I know it looks awkward here, especially the position of the legs here, but that's pretty much the best I can do. Well, it's still not too bad, right? And it's not visible, this area anyway. It will be, yeah, it'll be like this, right? You cannot really see it, right? And then I'll try, you can also put the palm on the handlebar, both palm. It doesn't really click, you just have to slide on it, slide the palm. And yeah, so there you have it. Okay, you have Bob in the cockpit. Bit, although the position of the seat may be a little bit awkward. Okay, anyway, but it works, right? So just close it, click, right? Articulation is fortunately no movement on the head here on this part, of course. But let's start with the arm. Okay, the arm is a ratcheting arm. Okay, full rotation. And then you look at this. I don't know if you. Okay, maybe this part is easier, right? Where is my? Okay, you look this area where the color is different, right? And then it makes some sort of a line. Okay, some sort of line there. Okay, it's actually a hinge. Okay, so you can actually move it up like that. Use the hinge and move it up. So you can twist it around and yeah, use that hinge. That's cool. Up here on the bicep we have rotation. Okay, let me try to twist it around. Okay, right, so you can actually twist it. Okay, it's a bit tight on that side. Okay, full rotation actually. Okay, and look at it, it's cool because it has a double jointed elbow. Look at that, it's a double jointed elbow. On this part is a bit ratchet. I don't feel the ratchet, sorry about that. Anyway, it's a double jointed, so you have this range, but then you add another joint that is a double jointed, and you can get a very tight elbow band like this. Okay, yeah, so that's cool. It has double jointed. And because of that, you can also do something weird like this. See, use the double joint, and since it's a Mac, I think it's not too weird to position it this way. Oh, by the way, this elbow guard is very interesting. Anyway, yeah, you can position that way, and yeah, just to let you know that. Okay. And then the wrist you have your rotation, and then you notice there is the hinge there, so you can move it down that much and up that much. And the claw, is it a claw? Yes, the claw here actually can open and close like that, and you see there's a piece of back which I'll explain later when we put on the weapons. Okay, we can also find it in Stronghold's palm. If you notice, Stronghold's palm that has that little bit of sort of peg. So yeah, it's also here. Okay. So that's with the wrist, and then on below here we have rotation. It's ratcheting as well. Okay. Right, and then the thigh here is actual ball joint, as you can see. You can do this much of a split, okay, this much of a split, and you can actually do kind of a front kick this much, okay, opening, kind of sitting position like this. That's cute, right? And the back kick, you do have back kicks. So if you have stand, you can make him some sort of running in a running position, right? But those legs are very short, but yeah, that looks cool. Okay, so you can extend that much to the back, and yeah, you have this. Because it's ball joint, right? You have that range of motion as well. So yeah, that's cool. Sort of kicking. Okay. And then up here we have, oops, focus please. On the thigh here, up here we have rotation here. I hope you can see that. Okay. See this part actually rotates on both sides, okay, and then we have knee bend this much, 90 degrees, and then what's cool as well, the feet is quite large, just so it's like a duck feet, and the toe, we have the toe joint here, you can move it down like that, move it up, right? Normally I just keep it level, and it also have some sort of, well, a rocker ankle. So you have rocker ankle this much, okay. It really helps to position this Laurel, and it also somewhat have a bit of front to the back motion here. You can see that. Okay, let me straighten this. Okay, see that gap. Okay, so you have that motion. So that's cool. It's actually quite a cool range of motion that we have with this Laurel, and the most important is that it can actually stand. Right, it can actually stand. So yeah, that's pretty much for the articulation of this Laurel. For the accessories, okay, I'll explain bit by bit. Still remember these two peg holes is because there's this kind of pocket, well, not really pocket, knife which has two pegs here, two pegs which can be connected. By the way, it flips. Okay, so this is the side of the blade. Right, I like the color. It's metallic, nice, solid. Okay, so what you want to do with this is that it's quite thick. The pack is so small. So what we can do is to position, right? Position this blade here like this. Okay. So just connect it to the pack, and yeah, you have this blade facing this way. Okay, right. Yeah, it's a bit loose, but it actually holds. Okay, doesn't drop, as you can see, but sometimes, yeah, it's a bit too loose for my taste. I wish that the back here can be tighter, maybe a bit bigger. Okay, so yeah, but it works fine on both sides anyway, so that's okay. So remember, the blade is okay. So this side is facing outward. Okay, you have to pay attention to the position of the palm as well, right? You want to turn it around this way, and then it has full range of the blade, right? If you have the palm in this position, then the blade cannot extend to the full range, okay, and it is awkward. So this is what it looks like, how to properly position this blade. Okay, so again, it works on both sides. I'll just take it out first for the time being. I will put it in later because we have something more. Okay, where is it? All right, I want to show you the gun. Okay, the gun. This is the gun that come included. Right, I'll just pop this part off first. It's quite a big gun. I thought it was some sort of shotgun. It looks like a shotgun, isn't it? You have this area. I like this weapon. It looks quite cool. It has a scope though, so that's kind of a I'm not sure whether this is a shotgun or not, but yeah, so the scope is cool. You can actually take it out. Let me try. Okay, all right, slowly. And the paint on it is a bit metallic, so yeah, kind of reflect the lights, and yeah, it's like I like it that way, basically. Right, so let's just put it back. Okay, all right. It's very tight, by the way, and it's sturdy. Okay, very sturdy. You can use this one to add additional grip, so you grip this way. Okay, or you can just use the other arm to grip on this part as well. I've done that before. I like that the front part here is shaped kind of a hole here. Now I'm not sure whether this is actually a grenade launcher of some sort. Probably not, but it's just my imagination. Now it has a little trigger here, and if you notice, this gun has this hole right on the gripping part, which is the very part which will help to to grip with the palm. Okay, but this big gun here is quite big. Actually, it's even taller than the Laurel itself, as you can see here. It's quite a presence of a gun here. Let me focus, please, focus. Right, but there's an additional part that we need to plug on, which is basically this part here. This part, it has a peg. The way to plug it in, so there's a peg down there, so it's a bit hollow in this area. So what you need to do is look at the position of the peg. Okay, this side and this side, and look at the position of the gun. Okay, and clicks. Okay, so it's gonna be like this with the ammo here. And then when I look at this, it's not really a shotgun, is it? So it's a bit different, but that's cool. Right, let me show you this part first. Right, this is quite long. Okay, this part is rubbery, but it's very solid. It's solid. It's rubbery. It's bent. You can bend it here and there like that, right? It seems to be made up of two parts actually, but the part in the middle, as you can see, there's some metal bolt that hold these two pieces. So yeah, I wish this part well, not I wish, I thought it's gonna be plastic with joints like that, but no, it's kind of rubbery. I hope it will last, but yeah, so far it's good. It's quite thick. That's what my impression is. And this part though, I thought it's gonna be removable, but no, apparently they use something else that will stuck this rubbery part. So that's okay. I can understand that, which that's okay, right? Whereas this part on this side, you can actually slide it off. Okay, but I'm not gonna do it. It's a bit troublesome to put it back on, but just to let you know, it's doable to just slide it off. Okay, and you can use this round part of the gun here without this part if you want to. Okay, if you want to. Now through this sort of cable, or I don't know what it's called, okay, this gun connects to sort of a backpack here. It's probably ammo storage or something. Okay, it has holes, so you can stick the you can actually stick this part of the rifle and then sort of stick it here. Okay, so that's cool. I think that's what happened in the packaging, if you remember. So if you don't want the Laurel to grab on it all the time, you just stick it there. Okay, and then what's interesting for me though, let me just take this off first. So we're supposed to put it at the back, right? Okay, focus please. Now I look at the shape of this and I realize we have these two, these two, right? This rounded part here, this part and this part. You can actually slide it into this hole and this hole. Okay, why? Okay, because you might think that in this way you can actually do it this way, but no, the mold here doesn't allow it. And then I thought there is this, I hope it's visible on the camera, there's this little part here and a little part here, which I thought is gonna connect. So if you put it facing this way, right, will connect to this small little holes here and this small little holes here. Little hole. Unfortunately on mine, I'm not sure how. When I tried to put it on, okay, it's very easy. Okay, remember the precision. Okay, look at this part. Okay, it's facing up. So just okay. All right, and it holds. By the way, it holds. Okay. And I don't know why it's green on this area, but anyway, it holds. But this part on the bottom that I mentioned just now, you cannot really click. You cannot really click on it. Cannot really click. As if there's something that hinders this part to click. Okay. So I assume it has to do with, let me pick it up, with this part here. With this part here. So it's a part that seems to sticking out a little bit here, so it doesn't allow it to click. Now I'm not sure with what you have, guys, or if you happen to purchase this Laurel in the future, whether you're gonna have the same experience. And I did try to take it off, this plate here. I tried, but I don't want to break it. It seems that it's very fixed. Okay, it's super fixed. Okay, let me focus first. So I cannot take this out. Okay, but don't worry, it's still working really fine. Okay, so without this clicking on it on those two holes, the backpack here the back, well, I just call it a backpack, it's still working fine, so don't worry about it. Okay, don't worry about it, it holds. Oops, sorry. Yeah, just to let you know that that's what I find. Okay, even if you push, you can't really click it there. So yeah, just let it be, Right, let's try to put on the big gun. I'm gonna try to put it on the left palm, okay, as the the trigger area. I mean, to grab the trigger area. But both arm works fine. But I've been doing it with the right palm so far. Let's try to do something different here. Okay, so normally I just put it in this position. Okay, open it up and then remember this. Okay, focus. Remember this hole. Okay, is you're supposed to connect it with the some sort of peg on the palm. Focus, please. Okay, so yeah, so you need to put the peg into the hole. I hope it's visible. May not be too visible, but you get what I mean, right? Okay. All right. So if you see the position, okay, it connect to the hole, and then see it without even closing the palm, the claw here, it actually holds. Okay. So, but for better grip, better we hold it with the claw. Okay. All right. Now, what I want to do is to accomplish some sort of two-handed shooting position. I'll try to position the right arm on this handle. Okay. Right. I think that's why we need this double jointed elbow and then this wrist hinge. Okay, now this is not perfect, but this is what I normally do. Just make it as if it's gripping on this handle. Okay, all right, just like this. Okay. Doesn't really click or anything. I just try to put this right palm to grip on it. Okay, and then at the last part, I will figure this out. Okay, I'll figure which way should I go to. Is it this way? Okay, all right, and just plug it back. Okay. All right, and there you have it. Okay, there you have it. It's somewhat doing a shooting position. Okay. It looks more like a sniper instead of a shotgun now, isn't it? But anyway, yeah, so that's one way of doing it. Okay, and yeah, it's kind of shooting, or you can just lower it down a little bit, kind of in patrol mode. Okay, right. Okay, next is what I want to accomplish is to try to make it as if it's gripping in sort of a shotgun position. I'm not sure whether I can do this or not. Just try, okay? Because it might look awkward in the camera. I'll try my best. Well, the thing is, this gun is very long, and you see, even if it is somewhat possible to. Let me arrange the cable from the bottom, right, to somewhat. Okay, I guess this is the best that I can do. Again, if you realize the palm, right, the palm cannot really hold something properly because there's the sticking part, which is the the back part, right? It is all it exists on both anyways, on both palms, so the gripping may not be perfect. See, so this is the best that I can do. A bit awkward really. I think the previous one was better. So, but anyway, now you know that this shooting position or grabbing with two palm is possible, right? All right. Although in front of camera it's a bit awkward. I'm sorry about that, guys. Sometimes it's difficult to do this in front of camera, right? Okay, but yeah, especially considering how long the gun is. But yeah, so that's just want to show you that we can actually do that, especially with this double jointed elbow and this wrist, which is cool, right? The rotation and the hinge. Okay, so what we're gonna do next is I want to store this awesome gun. Okay, and you're supposed to be able to put the big gun at the backpack, presumably this too. Okay, I'll try to do the same with what we have on the packaging. Okay, maybe here, placing this like this, isn't it? Let me check again. Oops. Something like this. Yeah, I think so. Something like this. Well, it looks awkward because how long it is. Yeah, it doesn't look pretty, but from certain angle it looks cool. Okay, but from this angle it's not practical, isn't it? It's the tip of the gun is almost touching. In fact, it's touching the ground. Okay, and I'm wondering, because of this, well, whether it will be different if we put something in this clip. Let's try to put a rifle on it. Well, there's some sort of room in there. I'm not sure whether it's intentional or not. Okay, so you can somewhat stuck the rifle there. That makes the backpack a bit lifted up. Is it supposed to be like this? I'm not sure. Okay, to be honest, I don't know. And what also frustrates me, I just realized that in this position the cable here is hindering the opening of the cockpit, whereas the photo that we looked just now, it has the open cockpit, right? I'm not sure how open it is, but seems weird that we cannot do that here. Let me try. Maybe I can do something about it. Okay. Well, technically you can, but yeah, the tip of the rifle will be touching the ground just like that, and it is awkward. Yeah, I don't know. Is it supposed to be like this? Right. Anyway, we do have another option though. If you don't want to put the rifle facing down, you can also put the rifle facing up. Right? Yeah. Why don't we try that as well? Okay, let's try it out. Oh, by the way, I put the knife back off camera. Yeah, okay. So we do have this option as well. This looks awkward as well, but at least we know that we have certain place where we can store the gun, the big gun. Let me show you from the back here. Okay, I mentioned earlier that the cabling part on this side is is removable, yes. So I believe it's so that you can arrange, to help you to position the figure when you want to maybe put the shooting position from on the left or on the right palm, and then do this position as well. It will help a lot. You can see here I'm twisting the cable so much. Maybe if I move it and twist it around, I can somewhat do a better arrangement for the cable, so it does not stretch too much. But yeah, just want to let you know that we have these options in storing. And by the way, it is back heavy now, so I don't know. It looks weird. Let me try to. Oh, by the way, this part is removable. As you can see there, the peg hole is molded in a certain shape. So yeah, just to let you know that. Okay. Now let's try to position it a bit to this front. Okay. Will it be better? Does it look better? Now it's back heavy. So yeah, probably because it's back heavy, it is meant to touch the ground anyway, to support the weight of the big rifle. Alright. So yeah, that's with the big gun here. By the way, the cool thing is we can also combine with the other set that we have. For example, I just do the simple one. I remove the backpack just now, just to make it easier to show it to you guys. Right. If you remember, then with the Stronghold, the jungle Stronghold, we have this blade. Okay. And by the way, the blade has this peg hole. So yeah, you know what I mean. We can grip it with his palm. Okay. Let's try to do on the right. Position the peg on the hole. Focus, please. Okay. Position the peg somewhere on the hole. And yeah, voila. You get a blade. I think it's more suitable for this Stronghold. I mean, Laurel instead of the Stronghold. It seems to be more suitable to wear this. Okay, let's try to twist it around. Okay. Just for fun sake. Okay. Right. This position, is it this way? Let me try. Okay. Yeah, technically you can. Okay. Technically you can, and yeah, it holds reasonably well. Okay. Right. On mine, the grip on the left here is better. It's more firm. Oops, man. Than the right one, so just want to try it on. Okay, yes, the one on the left palm is sturdier. I mean the palm. Okay. Worry not, because we still have. We can always put the blade on the right here. The knife, I mean, and we grip this. Remember, this is also from the Stronghold. Okay, complete with the hole as well. Okay, so we can combine with this one as well. Okay, slide into the hole and grab. Alright, not bad, isn't it? So I think that this rival and blade, it suits this, what do you call this? Suit this Laurel better. I mean, I like it better, but you have the option. So it's up to you to which one you want to do. You have more weapon now. You can shoot with this rifle if you want to. Right. Now for the interlocking joints, you can take out the limbs. Let's try from this one. The bottom one is easy, right? You try to find the center, right? Make sure it's facing front, okay, 90 degrees, because you need to find the joint, right? Not joint, I mean the shape, okay? You cannot straight away pull, you need to find the gap, right? Because there's the pin that holding it. So for this, what do you call this? Pelvis is easy, right? You just need to turn around 90 degrees, okay, 90 degrees like this, okay, and then pull, okay, right. The reason why we need to do that is because that's how it is shaped, okay. There's a certain pin there that you need to pay attention. Do you see that? There's that pin on both sides, and the interlocking system is shaped in certain way. You see those two gaps on this side and that side, so that's why we need to pull it that way. Okay. Now for the arm here is a bit tricky, but it's not hard. Okay, the clip is actually on this joint as well. Okay, so you see this line between, the meeting line of the brown and this gray. Okay, that's where it is. That's where this two pin rests. And what I normally do, okay, I make sure this is 90 degrees. Okay, and it's about 3 click to 4 click. Okay, let's try 3 click. 1, 2, 3. Then, okay, if I try to pull and it doesn't pop off, then don't force it. Maybe try one more. Okay, all right. So it was almost four clicks, So because it's a bit hard to see, but you can see there is the, what do you call that? There's the pin, whereas this shape is roughly around that. Okay, so normally 3 clicks. Yeah, normally 3 clicks. So let me try again. 1, 2, 3 is roughly around this. Okay, then maybe from straight position is 4 click. Yeah, 4 click. Is it 4 click? This position. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's try the other one. Okay, from this position. Okay, this position. 1, 2, 3. Yep. Oh, yeah, it was 3. Okay, so same thing. Okay, yeah, I know that's a bit tricky, but you'll get used to it. Okay, so that's the torso. So you can combine maybe with the legs of the Stronghold, but I'm not going to do that today. So I'll just put back the leg first, the torso first. I'm sorry, the legs first. So again, look at the pin. Okay, so you need to put it in according to the shape of the hole. Once it's in, then only you can turn around. Okay, so you don't want to break it, right? So let's try to do it with the Stronghold arm. I've already prepared the arm here, just for trying sake. Okay, same principle. Check the shape of the pin first. Okay, and then, all right, I think I know it's roughly around this area. Okay, All right, so one, 2, 3 to this horizontal position. Okay, and by the way, you have a bigger arm. Now you have the bigger palm, right? As you can see. Let's try to put both on both sides, just for imagination's sake. And okay, this position. Okay, I'll just do it very quick. Okay, putting in is easier because you can see where the shape is, but earlier when you want to pull out this, it's a bit tricky, but that's okay. Yeah, so you can play around with the other set if you happen to have any other B2Five vehicles with those very same pin. You can play around and yeah, do your own modification. Yes, and you can do something stupid like this probably. There's this smaller pack here. Maybe you can try to put the Gatling like that. Okay, or why not we try to put the blade, put the blade here. How about that? Let's try to put the blade on this back hole. Okay, see that? Okay, let's just try. Okay. All right, it actually fits. It fits well. Yeah, maybe you can try to do that as well. So just play around and be creative about it. So let's try to take this arm off. Okay, so if I remember correctly, from this position, straight, 1, 2, 3. Yep, see, I was right. Okay, straight away, effortless. Here, same, facing this straight. Okay, 1, 2, 3. All right, see, very easy. But you have to make sure where that's where the pin is being located. Okay, so don't worry, it's not that hard. Okay, right. Just be careful with it. Don't force your way. If you see that it's stuck, oh, then that's not the position. So you may need to move one click a little bit. Then yeah, just try, and you're all set. So yeah, that's pretty much the you can do combination with other set that you have, just like this. It's as if that this belongs to this Laurel actually. Okay, just to wrap up things, just want to maybe put this side by side to some of the vehicle that I've shared before. This is the next to the speeder, okay, and then this is next to the chapel. All right, and then this is next to Beaver. So yeah, as you can see, actually this Laurel seems small, but actually it's quite tall. Okay, it's quite tall. I've put on the knife, I've put on the blade, I've put on the small gun, and then the big gun at the back. It's not too bad, isn't it? And maybe just to give an idea of how big it is, this is the worker. Okay, so yeah, it's quite tall. Well, the angle of the camera maybe give it a bit of an illusion, but yeah, that's it's like if two figures are being placed and around that, and maybe just to give a rough measurement to the top of this area here. Okay, this area, this Laurel stands roughly, let me check again, 4.5 inch, I think. Yeah, I think around that. Okay, so slightly below 11 centimeters. Just to give you the idea, maybe his body. Okay, run. If you want to look at it, how thick it is. Okay, and then okay, so to the back of backpack, right from the front is almost 7 centimeters. Just to give us some idea of how big it is. All right. So, what do I think about this? Actually, I feel that it's more fun to play around with this Laurel. By the way, I'll open this. See, right? Compared to play around with the Stronghold. To be honest with you, the Stronghold is big, it's transformable, but sometimes it's a bit troublesome on some areas, okay? Especially the interlocking joint. But this one, straight away out of the packaging, you can just play around with it. Very, very fun. Okay. The long gun is a bit troublesome, but still okay. But at least even without the gun, right? Without the long gun, you can already have some adequate weaponry with this knife. Then, and then even if you have this rifle and the blade, right? It has quite good range of articulation. I like especially the double jointed elbow. And yeah, I think the most important thing is also the pilot is very easy to put it into the cockpit. Okay, it's just that it's not easy for me to put it in front of the camera, but if you play around with it, you know, it's actually very easy to put the pilot in. Of course, I like Bob. This is probably one of my favorite figure because of the head sculpt, which is the only human shape head out of all the characters that I had up to recently. Of course, the backpack still stores some mystery to me. Whether that part at the back can be opened to ensure that it clicks, but I don't want to force it. Of course, cablings like this always bring troubles, albeit it's quite reasonably elastic, but still, when you want to pose it around, it can be a problem, you know, unnecessary problem, but you know, that's what the designer want us to have. But well, you can always have the other option to take it out and just use the gun with the green thing, you know, without the cable. You can do that as well. You do have that option. But then, yeah, overall it's still a very, very fun B2Five figure here. Unfortunately, this up to now, I don't think they are renewing their work with Acid Rain or with Kid Low. I'm not sure how is it going to be. They are working on other franchise, other brand, other intellectual property, not Acid Rain at the moment. So fortunately, we will not see much releases yet in the future. But hopefully someday they will reconcile or just do another deal to do something else, you know, make army builder, capsule soldier, anything. And yeah, I like the additional helmet here as well. Okay. So overall it's been fun. So a bit troublesome in front of camera, but I hope you enjoy it. So thanks guys for watching until the end. If you like this video, please like, subscribe and share. And don't forget to turn on your notification bell for more video updates. Ciao!